සුවිශේෂී පුද්ගලයෙකුටයි අපේ ඇරයුම දැන් මේ සභාව අමතන්නට. විශ්වවිද්‍යාල ප්‍රතිපාදන කොමිෂන් සභාවේ මානව ශාස්ත්‍ර සහ සමාජීය විද්‍යා ස්ථාවර කමිටුවේ සභාපති ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ මහාචාර්ය ප්‍රේමකුමාර ද සිල්වා මැතිතුමනි, ඔබතුමටයි මේ අපේ ගෞරවනීය ඇරයුම අද දිනේදී මේ සභාවට සපමින සිටින සියලු දෙනාත් අතත්‍ය අවකාශයේ අප සමග සම්බන්ධ වන සියලු දෙනාත් අමතර ලෙසට
மங்கள விளக்கினை ஏற்றி சென்ற அனைவருக்கும் எமது நன்றிகள். இந்நிகழ்வு நிலையியற் குழு தலைவர் சிரேஷ்ட பேராசிரியர் பிரேமகுமார் டி சில்வா தலைமையிலான பல்கலைக்கழக மானியங்கள் ஆணைக்குழுவின் சமூக விஞ்ஞானங்கள் மற்றும் மானிடவியல் நிலையியற் குழுவின் நீண்ட கால அர்ப்பணிப்பு மற்றும் கடின உழைப்பின் மூலமும் ஏற்பட்டதாகும். அந்த வகையில் போற்றத்தக்க தலைமைத்துவமும் மற்றும் ஒருங்கிணைப்பின் விளைவாக இலங்கையில் சமூக விஞ்ஞானங்கள் மற்றும் மானிடவியல் உயர்கல்வி நூற்றாண்டு விழாவை முன்னிட்டு வரலாற்று தொகுதி, ஆய்வு அறிக்கைகள் மற்றும் நூற்றாண்டு ஆவணப்படம், மாநாட்டு நடவடிக்கைகள் ஆகியவற்றின் வெளியீட்டை நாம் இன்று காண உள்ளோம். எனவே இந்த கௌரவமிக்க கூட்டத்தை உத்தியோகபூர்வமாக வரவேற்கும் வகையில் இந்த அழைப்பிதழ் சமூக விஞ்ஞானங்கள் மற்றும் மானிடவியலுக்கான நிலைக்குழு தலைவர் சிரேஷ்ட பேராசிரியர் பிரேமகுமார டி சில்வா அவர்களுக்கு செல்கின்றது.
Thank you, Dilani. This event is a result of a long-term commitment and hard work of the Standing Committee of Humanities and Social Sciences of the University Grants Commission, Sri Lanka, which is led by the Standing Committee Chair, Senior Professor Premakumara de Silva. As a result of the commendable leadership and coordination, today we will be witnessing the launching of the history volume, survey reports, and the conference proceedings dedicated to the centenary year celebration of humanities and social sciences higher education in Sri Lanka. Hence, to welcome this prestigious gathering officially, this invitation goes out to the Chairman of the Standing Committee on Humanities and Social Sciences, Senior Professor Premakumara de Silva.
Aibohan, good morning. Venerable Mahasangha and religious dignitaries, His Excellency the President, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister and MPs, Chairman UGC, Vice Chairman, members of the Commission, Chancellors, Vice Chancellors, Rectors, Directors of Institute, members of the Standing Committee on Humanities and Social Science and other related committees, emeritus professors, academics and non-academic staff of our university, officials of UGC and the Education Ministry, keynote speaker, secretaries, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed great pleasure for me to welcome you for the inauguration ceremony of the centenary celebration of humanities and social science education in Sri Lankan University, organized by the Standing Committee on Humanities and Social Science of the University Grant Commission. As we are aware, Sri Lanka has long history of establishing educational institutions, particularly Pirivan and monastic education since Anuradhapura period. However, the Western forms of education system was introduced to the country under the colonial period, particularly British. In the 1912, the MacLeod Committee appointed by the Governor Macklem recommended that the University College to be established in Colombo, but there was no immediate progress due to the advent of World War I. Immediately after the World War I, in 1920, the government purchased Regina Walauer, which belongs to the Arthur de Soisa, grandson of philanthropist Sir Charles de Soisa. The building was renamed as a college house, which is currently the central administrative building of the University of Colombo, and was the first home to Ceylon University College, which was officially opened the 21st of January 1921. The University College was established to prepare Sri Lankan students for the external degree examination of the University of London. It ceased to exist in 1942 when it was transformed into University of Ceylon. The humble beginning of the present higher education system of the country was initiated in 1921, and it has reached its 100 years in 2021. Hence, there is a good reason to celebrate this historical milestone as a nation. Over the years, these universities have been producing large number of graduates, administrators, leaders, scholars, international renowned academics in the field of humanities and social sciences. A serious critical reflection on the path that we have traveled over the last 100 years would be certainly help us to plan for the next 100 years. In general, the humanities and social sciences, traditionally known as liberal arts, are academic disciplines that examine human society and behavior, as well as culture and social constructs. Humanities and social sciences are a very broad field of studies. While the humanities focuses on the human condition, social sciences are more related to human behavior. In other words, the humanities and social sciences have a historical and contemporary focus from personal to global context and consider challenges for the future. The humanities and social sciences encompasses an understanding of the human experience and the relationship between among individual and group within a society. One of the major differences between the two is that humanities involve a more critical and analytical approach, whereas social science deal with more of a scientific approach. By the late 19th century, compartmentalization of the academic disciplines, first as a natural and the humanities and social science, and then within each one of them had already been accomplished. The separation of the natural and social sciences themselves and the both form philosophy is one of the consequences of a historical process of disciplinary specialization. The separation of science from philosophy is mostly reflected in the institutionalization of knowledge production through universities and other higher education institutions. Those institutions became the center of scientific knowledge production in the field of humanities and social science, within which European traditions of Sri Lankan university was instrumentalized. This colonial university structure continues till the establishment of the University of Ceylon in 1942. Later, the establishment of new universities with the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, new subjects such as archaeology, Buddhism and religious studies, economics, political science, sociology and anthropology, international relations, demography, and modern languages were introduced. By now, almost all the 17 universities established under the purview of the UGC offer humanities and social sciences related degree programs and courses while setting up separate faculties, institutes, and departments, including areas such as law, commerce and management, fine arts, education, and library sciences. Broadly speaking, out of 110 faculties in state universities, 34 are related to humanities and social sciences. As per the university statistics published by the UGC 2020, there are 6,525 permanent academic staff in state universities, and among them, 2,510 academics, that is almost around 40%, are attached to the humanities and social science and management faculties. As far as student enrollment is concerned, there were 54,411 students enrolled into the field of humanities and social science, including management and commerce, education, law. And this is about 49.6% of total intake of 109,660. The 2019 and 2020 intakes alone absorbed 18,849 students into the broader category of humanities and social science, and it is out of the total intake 41,669, which is about 45%. As far as external degree programs enrollment figures are concerned, a higher percentage, about 74%, is accommodated in the art stream, apart from the second highest figures shown in the field of commerce and management. About 57% of the total postgraduate enrollment of 35,250 are in these areas of study, with 618 foreign students mainly come from, I want to mention that, Buddhist studies. The latest UGC statistics shows that humanities and social sciences education still the dominant field of university education in the country, though some argue about the drastic cut down of arts education in our universities. It is evident that over the years, humanities and social sciences education in our universities has been expanded. Hence, there is something to be celebrated about the journey that we have traveled over the last 100 years. As in any historical analysis, it is reasonable to say that one should not only focus on achievements, but also on setbacks. Some have begun to actually raise several pertinent questions, such as the quality assurance of student programs and the quality of our graduates, the relevance of the subject within the social sciences, and most importantly, the employability prospects of these graduates, etc. There are very serious questions which cannot be ignored. And the greatest challenge would be on addressing those questions while stock taking to produce quality graduates who fit into the 21st century. It is a very good opportunity for us, the University Grant Commission, and the members of the Standing Committee of Humanities and Social Science to critically look into our past, present, and the future directions of these areas of the study while celebrating its 100th year. As the chairman of the Standing Committee, I am so happy to see the amount of support and encouragement given by the members of the committee to organize a series of events to celebrate the centenary year as a national event under the UGC. I mostly personally mention Emeritus Professor K.N.O. Dharmadasa, who prepared the initial concept note and show a keen interest in the celebration as the senior member of the committee. I am so pleased to see that as a team, we have executed that concept quite successfully within the support of the chairman of the UGC and other members and all the vice chancellors, rectors, directors, and the members of the standing committee, not just to celebrate, but to encourage the university community to commit themselves to reform this very important body of knowledge, humanities and social science, to meet the current needs of the world, particularly needs of the country. With that note, on behalf of the Humanities and Social Science Standing Committee of the UGC and the whole team behind this effort, it's give my great pleasure to welcome you all to the historic meeting. We are greatly honored by His Excellency the Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the President of Sri Lanka, who has so kindly agreed to grace this opening ceremony and send us a congratulatory note. This is a measure of importance of His Excellency, the serious concern which his government feels that is need to ensure the strengthening of university education in the country. Thank you very much, sir. We are very happy that the Honorable Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa is virtually present here today to grace this historical event, and thank you, sir. We pay our humble gratitude to the President and the Prime Minister. We are pleased to have our Honorable Minister Dinesh Gunawardena for accepting our invitation and be with us amidst of your busy schedule. You are very warmly welcome, sir, and we appreciate your guidance and support given to the academic community. We are most appreciative of the presence of chancellors of our universities, including most venerable Dr. Ittayapane Dhammalankara Maha Nayakatero, and other religious dignitaries in this event. Professor Vimal Disanayaka, who expressed his willingness to deliver the keynote address. Sir, this is show your continued interest to disseminate your knowledge for the advancement of education in the country. Thank you very much for kindly accepting our invitation to deliver the keynote speech virtually from Hawaii. The Secretary of Education Ministry, Professor Kapila Pera, who was always there with us and helped us to organize the event. You are also welcome. Chairman UGC Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga is the key architect behind all our activities. You are very warmly welcome. Vice Chairman Senior Professor Chandana Udavatta, who is always ready to support us. And my fellow commission members, Venerable Professor Kotapiti Rahula, Professor Vasanthi Arsaratnam, Ananda Javadana, President Councillor Palit Kumar Singh, and Mr. Anuradha Kumara Siri. You all are welcome while thanking for all the support and encouragement given to us. CVCD Chairman and all the Vice Chancellors, Rectors, Directors, you all are warmly welcome and thank you for being with us today and for the amount of encouragement and support extended to the centenary celebration. All the members of the Standing Committee, including deans of all the arts, humanities, and social sciences faculties are very warmly welcome. On behalf of the main organizing committee, I would like to humbly welcome all the emeritus professors, senior professors, and all the academics, administrative and non-academic staff of our universities and institute for the inauguration ceremony of the centenary celebration. I know many of you are connecting with us virtually today. Finally, I would like to welcome all the distinguished invitees and media personnel for the centenary inauguration ceremony and invite you all to participate in tomorrow's virtual conference on humanities and social science education in Sri Lankan universities, issues and changes. I am certain that academic activities that we have lined up to mark the centenary years while helping the effort being made to find the way forward in the field of humanities and social sciences in the highly challenging and dynamic world that we live in today. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the proceedings. Thank you.